Hello, I'm Dr. Dale Caldwell. Welcome to Family Business World. I have a good friend and an extraordinary CEO. Gene Waddy is best known as CEO of DIVERSANT and now has another company which we'll hear about, which Alpha. Gene, welcome, and thanks for taking time today.
Thank you, Dale. It's good to see you. A little bit different circumstances than usual, but good to see you nonetheless.
Yeah, it's good to see your face. I know we've talked some, and with this whole COVID. Now, tell me about your two businesses. And so you are, really record-breaking with DIVERSANT, and I know with Alpha you're starting to do some great things. So tell me about the businesses. How did they get started, and what's going on?
Great. So DIVERSANT is our IT staffing company, and co-founded that in 2005 with my partner John. We grew that business just about $200 million as of last year's numbers.
Nice.
Since life wasn't complicated enough, I had to spin off a second business, which is Alpha Business Solutions, which is a payroll company.
Okay.
And that is running well, and we're adding clients even in the midst of COVID-19.
Really?
We're still adding new accounts. So it's been a great journey, 16 years now. And Dale, you know the story. It all started because I ended up getting downsized from a company, shall remain nameless, 16 years ago. And I started out of necessity, and
Well, so that's what we'll start there, and I want to hear more about your. I know you're, as you know, I'm a professor and executive director of the Fairleigh Dickinson University Rothman Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. You are one of the stellar alums of Fairleigh Dickinson University. We'll get to that, but I think it's important now, especially when people are dealing with downsizing. They're dealing with their businesses stopped. You're in a crisis. You're stressed. What do? You're a family business. You're an individual. You got out of it and created something extraordinary. What advice do you have for those people that are where you were when you were downsized?
well, I would say is don't panic because you can't make good logical decisions, whether personally or professionally, when you're in panic mode.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second piece of advice I would give is to look at change, disruption, as an opportunity. When things change, oftentimes opportunities come in its wake.
Right.
So I on this, whether they're family businesses, startups, large businesses, go on off. Go on off because the majority of competitors might be in panic mode. They may be defending, they may be going in defensive posture.
Right.
I look at this as an opportunity to go on off.
Right.
Put your foot on the gas, get more business, and continue to grow through this turmoil.
That is really that's powerful advice. And I know I had created and wrote a couple articles about what I call a self-reflection map, where people really need to, and you have a panic zone, and then kind of awareness of your panic, and then success zone. And we've got to do that check-in of ourselves and family. Because an example I give, and you model it, is on the airplane when they say put on the gas mask if the air goes down, put it on yourself first and then everybody else. Well, you're a business owner. You've got to be able to breathe before you can save your business. So let's hear a little more about Gene. So you went to Fairleigh Dickinson University. What did you major in?
So I was an engineer, believe it or not, and mechanical engineering, and at the TNEC campus, which is now called the Metro campus.
Metro.
But so engineer, and I suffered through 4 or 5 years, and here I am.
Well, and again, now how has that? Because I teach family business management at Fairleigh Dickinson, so a number of my students watch. So what's the core? And especially now, because young people are trying to figure out what's going on in the fall. We've been online, we've been doing Zoom classes. So what are some of the biggest lessons you learned, and what's the biggest value of college to your success today?
Well, college, I learned so much during Dickinson. Part part of it was due to the rigor of the engineering. And what that taught was tenacity. Tenacity. Never giving up, no matter how difficult the problem was to solve. You don't give up.
Right.
That was the first piece. You don't give up. The second takeaway in college was the engineering program taught me how to take large problems and break them down into more manageable pieces. Right. I do that today in business and in life. And if you take it outside from, I learned during my college years, I learned to build networks and build relationships with people, not always like that they come from a different background, different socio, political, they could be from somewhere halfway in the world. I look at all of my relationships as a culmination of that learning, from the time I was on campus to. So that college experience is all about classroom, but you also learn a lot outside the classroom.
Right. Well, see, that's great insight. I know when I give a lot of leadership training lectures, and one of the assignments that I give folks is find somebody who you don't know or don't like and spend some time with them and understand who they are. And I will guarantee if you do it enough, you will learn more from them than you will hanging with people who are just like you. And so it's great to hear you say that, because then you get a sense of other folks. And I call it empathy. I think empathy is the #1 business skill, where you kind of understand your coworkers, you understand your customers, and other things. So, you at Fairleigh Dickinson, engineer, you now have this business. What are you doing during this crisis? This is something we've never seen before. How are you handling it? How are you surviving? And what are some of the strategies that you're using?
Well, it's very interesting, and I have to say, Dale, I've never been busier. My payroll business is right now. Many of my new clients are in the education or education technology because of the prevalence now of virtual learning classrooms, which you spoke about earlier. There is a whole technology infrastructure that one has to have if you're going to do virtual rooms effectively. Yeah. So that is driving right now in my business, and we are taking full advantage of it. So what I do every day is I tell myself today something fantastic going to happen, because we're surrounded by the doom and the gloom. Right. And so and look out the window, the sun is still coming up. Right. The world.
And you stay positive. You've got to be positive.
And I'm surviving because I'm staying focused on the big. Right. I have to do every day, every moment. Right. Whether it's personal, my family, my kids, mother-in-law's with us, the dogs are running around. It's my sanctuary, I call it. And I work on the that I can control. Right. You feel much better, less stressed. I feel like I can control what I'm doing day to day. Right. I can't control what COVID, the virus is going to do what it does. Right. To it. I can't control it. I can make it. But what I can't is how many phone calls a day to my clients. Right. How many did I have with my team? How much time did I spend stressing? And I have to tell you, my wife was like laughing at me. She seemed so happy. I said, you know what? I'm living the best life because I have time to think. Yeah. For 16 years, I've been in the business and chasing every opportunity.
Right.
I've had the past 2 months of my life, I've had the ability and time to think, and truly strategize. So when I go to work, I go up, it's 5 o'clock. I said, honey, I'm scheming, I'm planning, I'm thinking. And it's already starting to pay off.
Wonderful.
That's keeping me grounded.
Yep. Yep. See that's important. That this is such an opportunity. I mean, again, for us, we now have these Family Business Friday Zoom calls, and we're national now. We couldn't be national. We have people from I have someone from Georgia, Atlanta speaking in a few weeks, and Florida, and so we've turned lemon into lemonade. And so, and that opportunity, what you're doing, others did. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back talking to Gene Waddy, CEO of DIVERSANT and Alpha Business Solutions.
On Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m., right here on RVN TV.
Today's show is sponsored by Dr. Jacqueline. Take charge of your life personally, financially, and professionally. Visit drjacqueline.com to book an appointment today.
The session that we had with BCAT was really entertaining and enlightening. We were able to put together some very specific steps that we as individuals can take, and it was really fun to all come together and see sort of where we're going as a team and how we can all get there together.
We had a tremendous experience with the BCAT partners. One of the challenges that we have as an organization is to make sure that we have the right people in the right chairs doing the right thing. To do that well, you have to have synergy. You can try to dream up ways to make sure that your group does that, or you can rely on experts. We would recommend BCAT partners to anybody who's looking to take their organization to the next level.
I want to be a contender.
Welcome back. I'm Dr. Dale Caldwell, host of Family Business World, with Gene Waddy, who's going to tell us some more about his businesses. Gene, you've given some great advice on how to get through the pandemic and trials, but I know with DIVERSANT, you really have a global reputation. DIVERSANT is the biggest of its kind. Can you describe what do you actually do with staffing? What does staffing mean to the layman?
Well, so basically, DIVERSANT is an IT staffing firm. We also focus on other areas of temporary labor as well. Basically, in a nutshell, when clients have a need, we'll say it's a project, maybe they're rolling out some, they may want to bring in temporary resources on an hourly rate that they can use, they can staff up and do their work, do their projects, and then when they are done with their initiative, those resources can be moved on to opportunities, either with the same or with the new club. So it's contingent is what DIVERSANT is all about. And we work with companies who are usually on the large enterprise, what we call enterprise accounts, large Fortune 500 and above companies, and firms that often have a supplier diversity program, because Diversant is a certified minority-owned business,
Right.
as well as our both of them are minority-owned.
Right.
So that's what we do. I grew up in the business, and I'm still at it.
Well, one of the things, and I I'd mentioned in a couple of shows, I have an article about what I call a public spend program, and I've been advocating for the last 2 years. I was in the governor's budget transition committee to say that, why don't we have every public agency, I'm on the vice president of the New Brunswick Board of Education, report how much they spend with certified veteran-owned businesses, certified women-owned businesses, certified minority-owned businesses. And in the example I use is that there are $2 billion spent by Jersey City, Newark, and Camden. 5% of that would be $150 million that could be spent in these businesses like yours with staffing and busing and so on. So hopefully they'll take that up, because government's running out of money for stimulus. We've got to force people to buy in New Jersey. And so you have done that. Now, is Diversant the largest minority-owned staffing company in the world?
Or one of the largest African-American owned.
African-American owned, okay.
IT staffing company, yes. And the fact that we focus solely on differentiates us. They're a larger firm than a minority owned.
Right.
But they do other things.
Right.
One I think the advantages that Diversant has is that we focus strongly on the IT space as opposed to trying to be all things to all.
Right.
That allows us to get all the wood behind and really hit the target for the client. And, so that's the staff side of my life. And then the payroll side, with solutions, that business grew up as an adjunct to Diversant staff. So payroll is a cousin to staff.
Oh, good, okay.
So staffing, client sends you a requirement, go out, you recruit candidates for that requirement. The client likes them. They're in the client's environment. They start work. We pay them. Payroll is expected, except we don't recruit.
Right.
The client has already identified those resources, and they are on my payroll. So we pay them, administer the benefits, we take care of all the taxes. Employer of record.
Right.
If you other way, when people say payroll, employer record is actually a more descriptive term, and that business is growing left and right. So not bad for 3 years worth of work. We've got some pretty nice clients coming in the door.
And tell me about what size companies do you work with the payroll? I mean, what's the minimum size you typically like to work with?
Great question. So we actually have a wide range of clients. We can do 25 headcount, 20 headcount. We can do it's a range. And what's wonderful about Alpha is that we already have a mature back office. Right? So we use the same back office that I built for Diversant. So the same HRs, the same accounting, same banking relationships, have a very healthy credit facility for both businesses, which allows us to grow. And so that is what allows us to bid on opportunity. I'm bidding on one right now that's 500 resources. We're actually based out of Canada.
Wow.
That has this opportunity. I have a few others that are well over 1,000 that we're bidding on, and I feel very strongly we're going to win one. We need to of those.
So this time, and I can see why it may be good for business, is that so many, especially with the PPP, the protection plan, that you need to know your payroll. And what I'm hearing is a lot of businesses have no idea what the real payroll is, and they need somebody to track it, and so they, we don't know what to do. How can we do this? How can we get a forgiveness instead of a loan? And so you're dealing with those kinds of issues.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We were very successful with the PPP program. We see the benefit of having a strong office and very strong best practices is that when someone requires your financials, payroll information, we can get that information to them in minutes.
Right, instantaneously.
Just like that, because we've got professionals, our documents top notch,
Yeah.
and our financing, is very straightforward, as well as our payroll. So the PPP about having solid information and getting it where it needed to go, because it's a very small window. The first tranche funding, that was going in date.
Right, right.
So we didn't make the first. We got the second batch, and we did quite well. I mentor several minority-owned businesses, and a lot of the challenge that I saw with the PPP, many of these businesses are small,
Right, right.
mom and pop. So to gather months of payroll data for some of them, because those systems weren't really automated. So they were paying their resources in a myriad of different ways.
Right.
First checks, cash, all sorts of different things. Someone said, 12 months of payroll. For me, that's just good enough. Off they go, and there it is.
Right.
We'll try to reconstitute a year's worth of payroll. That was the first issue.
Right.
The second issue was a lack of relationships with the banking community.
Right, right.
So you had several folks in the minority community rely on actors and companies of that nature that are not SBA lenders, right? The other piece is that the bigger your payroll, the more interested the banks were becoming in giving. So again, it's small, necessarily having that level of to be able to respond quickly, hurt a lot of our minority business owners, and left a lot of us, unfortunately, on the sidelines. But we were successful. Several other of my compatriots in the minority entrepreneur community get the funding. I sent them different, like the enterprise centers in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia.
Okay.
I got people connected. So there were some that didn't make it the first time, got it the second time. So it's a very interesting program. It's working well for us. We're going for 100% get there. But there are rules, and again, we're having a good financial department or an accountant involved can increase that. We'll get it, we'll forget it. But it's a fantastic opportunity, Dale. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Really.
You can get the math easy.
Right.
$1 million.
Yep.
1% interest, 6 months with no payment.
Right.
And if you spend 75% of it on payroll or other approved expenses, listen, we pay enough money to the government.
Exactly.
This was our chance to get some of it back.
Exactly.
But also, in all seriousness, to do the right thing.
Right.
Right? To keep our payrolls whole, keep our economy moving forward. So I think it hasn't been without hiccups.
Yeah.
But I, for one, feel like it's going to be the silver lining of this pandemic from a business perspective.
Well, it's really proven that, for the first time, people realize this is a small family, independent business economy. This is where the jobs are, and that government, and America is a small business economy, and hopefully we'll continue to see some changes. So we are, really nearing the end of time. These sessions always go by so quickly. But Gene Waddy, I want to thank you so very much. You are a real role model, You are doing amazing things, and so thank you for being on Family Business World.
Bill, thank you. It's always a pleasure. And our time is always so short because we really enjoy talking to one another. But listen, if you ever need me to come back on, just give me a holler.
Absolutely. And take care. Take care. Have a great day. We thank you all for watching another episode.